Hello, and welcome to our brief explanation of our new Computer Science Pathways program. We have two new pathway programs where students can get recognition for completing a sequence of courses. One is in computer programming and the other is in interactive media. And I have our STEM supervisor and some of our computer science teachers here with us who are going to explain a little bit about the exciting courses that we've offered here over the last year or so, and some of the new courses that are in development and will be ready for next year. So I'm here with our STEM supervisor, Mr. Anthony Emmons. I'm Jonathan Olson, I'm the Director of Secondary Education, and Mr. Emmons is going to briefly talk about the importance of computer science and why we've started these programs.
Okay, so what we did here was a picture lab in which we manipulated various images using Java. So as you can see here, we took the roof of the left half of the roof of this temple, the left half over here, the complete half, and we mirrored it so that the pixels on the edited image are also identical. So you can see that the roof is now complete on both sides. We also took this image of a caterpillar and mirrored it and split it right down the middle. So we mirrored it so that we can see these two-headed caterpillar instead of the one-headed caterpillar. We also have this nice picture of a beach that we used. We have this standard picture that you have over here, and then we have a picture here which has a lot of red removed, so there's only yellow and blue left behind.
So again, I'm Anthony Emmons, the Randolph High School STEM supervisor. Just to talk briefly about the importance of computer science, as you may or may not know, I'm sure you do, there are plenty of current jobs and careers out there related directly to computer science, whether it be in IT technical support or developing programs for all sorts of different ventures and fields like banking and accounting, and not just programming for Microsoft or for Google and things, but so we have developed these programs where kids can develop or gain some recognition upon high school graduation for their skills and their interests in the computer science field prior to starting formal study in a four-year college or university.
So in terms of computer programming, most students will enter into a course called AP Computer Science Principles. While it is an advanced placement course, Mr. Pignoloso teaches this class. This is a second year, and we've seen enrollment increase both years. To now we have over 100 students enrolled in this class. While it is advanced placement, it is an introductory course, so you don't need prior experience in programming to take this. This is that experience for students, and Mr. Pignoloso is going to talk a little bit about this class.
Okay, so this is our 11th lab that we did through Adhesive. And they would lay out all our programs that we had to do, including different activities, and we'd fill that out on our lab report as well as different codes. And this is our coding, so they would give us different formats, and then we just have to fill out different methods or other variables, including the class. And at the end of it, you can even play the game. So for the 11th lab, it's like a little solitaire, and you try to make 11 out of all the cards, so out of their values, and that's basically how you would play it.
So this is the written portion of our lab where we kind of answer all the questions on how to play the game and what our code does, pretty much. We went through and named all the variables and kind of explained everything we were coding over there. So we kind of also gave directions on how to play and what the different rules are. So here we had to put in specific parts of our code to answer the questions, and just kind of think of every scenario that would happen throughout the game and just kind of write it out.
Hi, I'm Mr. Pignoloso, Mr. P, as I'm known around the high school. And for AP-CSP, I know the idea sometimes of computer science can be daunting. AP can also feel daunting, but our course is designed to take anyone who's passed Algebra 1 successfully and bring them into a course where you can comfortably be introduced to some simple programming in Scratch. We make games, apps, we do puzzles and activities. And the idea is to get you familiar with the ideas of how basic computers really are when you look at them, and some of the bigger ideas that are going to affect you, like how the internet works and email. And we use Canvas, which a third of colleges use in their online programs. So the idea to have a self-paced classroom where you can work is something that I think a lot of students have enjoyed too. So
And
it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and this year is the first year that we have a true blended
Yes,
environment in that
absolutely.
class. You
Yep.
want to talk a little bit about adhesive?
So what we do is we open the unit up, and students can move, for the most part, at their own pace. I walk around the room and I facilitate, I answer questions. There are occasional traditional lessons where we'll do activities, we'll do puzzles, challenges, we play games, and but if you're ever behind, you can move forward or however much you want to at your own pace. And it's every student that has tried it has really enjoyed it. At first it can seem daunting, so we don't do a lot there, but once they're into the course, they love it.
And for AP principals, it really is a class that's open for freshmen, sophomores, juniors.
We have, every class has a mix, freshman through senior, and they do well together. It's nice to have everybody together because they learn and help each other at the same time.
And a lot of the blended course is designed to get students ready to take that AP test in May,
Yep.
which Mr. P, the kids will be taking in a week or so.
Yeah.
So, but he was just talking that he thinks they're ready for this test.
Absolutely.
And the expectation is that the students should take this test if they're performing well
Yeah.
in this class. They're not forced to take the test, but it should, if students are going into college and they think they're going to do well, they should be encouraged to sit for this exam. And for many of these students, it might be the first AP test that they take.
Yeah.
Great. Mr. Horner is down at the end, and he is our Computer Science A, or Advanced Placement teacher, and he'll also be teaching our Python and Java class, which is a new class. We developed this class after conversations with NJIT, and they said that they wanted to see high school graduates with more experience in Python and Java, so we created this class for them. And Mr. Horner is going to talk a little bit about AP Computer Science A and Python and Java.
My favorite thing about CSP is, despite the fact that computer science is thought to be a very individualized environment, our class really promotes a very group-oriented environment, which is my favorite part of the class.
In CSP, we use Scratch to easily create games and movies.
One of our projects was the creation of an ET movie through itinerant-based design.
And I created a program that creates Spirograph.
APCSP is a blended classroom.
This means that we can each work at our own paces.
Yes, so again, my name is Mr. Horner. I teach the AP Computer Science A course. And you really want to take this course if you want to get into a little bit of the more technical aspects of computer science. So you're going and you're learning a really high-level language that you're going to learn in college courses as well. And so the AP Computer Science A course is totally focused on Java, and we also use the adhesive environment, so I echo a lot of what Mr. P said here regarding the blended learning environment. And you know, I love to see my students in the way they help each other out and stuff, and you know, I'm there to answer the more technical questions and all, and we'll really get them ready for that exam. So we do all sorts of things in there, like we look at simple chatbot programs where you can basically have a conversation with the computer, and we look at programming simple solitaire games, and we look at, you know, processing lists of names and getting information out about them. So there's a lot of really interesting things we do, and it's a wonderful course if you really want to get a leg up on some of what you'll be doing in college.
And Computer Science A is run in a similar format. It's a blended class as well.
Yes, exactly.
Using a program where it's primarily self-paced, right? There are lessons that will be given by the teachers, but for the most part, kids are on their own and they're creating, which we think is probably one of the best ways that they're going to learn computer science, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I think that gives you a brief rundown of some of the programs. We'll have other information online. You can always reach out to Mr. Emmons with additional questions about this program or computer science in general. We're hoping that the community recognizes we've made an effort to increase the courses we offer. This is a field, as Mr. Emmons described, that is only getting more and more important. So we want to be able to meet the needs of our students in the community, and the feedback that we've gotten is that we want more computer science classes. Our interactive media program is based also on computer science principles, but also has a lot of more kind of art-based computer programs, like computer graphics and design, smartphone photography, animation and web design, and we also started a new class next year. Martel Roberts started, one of our business teachers that is Microsoft Office professional, and that's going to give students a better look at the Microsoft Office suite that we use as a school district, 365, Word, PowerPoint, those types of programs, but also a big focus on Excel, which is something that students will likely use in their professional career.
Absolutely.
Any final thoughts, gentlemen?
I wondered if now would be an appropriate time to mention the application process.
Great.
I mean, I know that I've included the hyperlink in my email to apply. It's a simple Google form. Provide your information. You select one of the 2 pathways and submit that Google form so that we know who's interested and what those enrollment numbers look like. And we make sure that we are, again, meeting your needs and satisfying your interests, and we have those opportunities for you throughout your high school career here with us at Randolph.
And there's no GPA requirement. We really want this open to all students. All these classes are open to all students. So if you have other questions about these classes, feel free to talk to these 2. Or you can reach out to Martel Roberts as well about the interactive media pathway. And we're excited about these offerings and hope that our students like them. And feedback so far has been that these classes are fantastic. And our computer club and students are starting to win awards.
Yes, definitely. Cyber Patriot this year. We had our youngest team actually took it to the farthest they could in the Cyber Patriot. They got to the semifinals, it's called, which was the finals actually. So,
good. And we have a lot of our talented students are starting to develop their own apps, putting them on the App Store. So seeing a lot of cool, innovative things coming out of computer science here at Randolph. So
absolutely.
Thank you to these 3 for joining me here. And if you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to one of us. Thank you.